What's going down, y'all? It's the purple girl from the purple world, Miss Skyrah Bliss of Loud Muzik. Know what I'm talking about? Make sure you go download my single, Hood Rat Shit, baby, because it's a Hood Rat Shit summer all year long, and I'm rocking with A1HipHop.
I want to call this fun. I want to do hood rat stuff.
Welcome to A1HipHop. You're rocking with Chasidy. I'm your host tonight, and I have Skyrah Bliss here tonight. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Skyrah.
Hey y'all. I'm a singer, songwriter, model, fashion icon, whatever you want to call me, but I'm just a weird creative who likes to do art.
Awesome. That's so dope. Yes, I know a little bit about you because the buzz is here in Houston.
What you know?
Girl, what you know about? I'll tell you a little later in the
I'm in the streets. I ain't in the streets now.
All right. So tell us, how did you discover your musical talent? Like, what was your first indication?
Oh, well, I think when I was growing up, I would mimic the voices on the radio. So Alicia Keys was like, or Whitney, or anybody I heard on the radio, I would sing, and I would be like, well, I don't think I sound off key. I think I could sing a little bit. So then I started writing music when I was about like 5 years old. I was writing like weird, like crazy little songs, and then as I got older, I just started to get more serious about it. But I just started writing in poetry, and I've always been really good at English. I've always had A's on every paper that I've written, and creative writing was like my favorite thing. So I've always been a writer since like the beginning of the time.
Okay, so the writing kind of led a little bit to the music.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, we recently heard that you went to LA.
Yes, girl.
Tell us about your trip. How was it?
LA was amazing. I went there for some Sony writing sessions. I got to meet some really good songwriters, and I already have a friend out there. He's a producer of my single Hood Rat Shit. Shameless plug. Go ahead, download that thing right now. So yeah, my single Hood Rat Shit was produced by Red Revolver and Tim Ned, and Red Revolver is from Detroit. And when I first met him, he was still in Detroit, but we've been friends for like 2 years, doing music together. He raps and sings. He was getting me to rap a little bit more. I used to rap, but he was like, you should do it again. I was like, I don't know. So, but we were just playing around like with music. He moved out there to LA, and then I went to go see him, and he introduced me to a whole bunch of cool songwriters, and had Sony songwriting sessions. It was really, really cool.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
It was really fun.
To be around the energy. The energy in LA is a little different. The creative energy is different.
I can't even explain it. It's just, I feel like at home, because everybody's a creative. Like anywhere you go, everybody does something in the music industry or fashion industry or some type of industry. Everybody does something there. It's really, really fun. But I'm a homebody. I love to be at home. I was like, I'm homesick. After I was done working in the studio, we were there for like 12 hours. Then I went back to the hotel. I was like, I want to be at home.
Well, that's the good thing about it, is you can go there, do your thing, and then come back home, right? That's so dope. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your music, because people describe your music as soulful hip-hop, electro kind of music, okay? So that's kind of the words that I got.
Really? Okay,
yes,
I like that. I ain't hear that before, but I like the sound of that, because I really don't know how to describe my music. I love all types of music, so I incorporate it into what I do. I grew up more of a rock kid. I was an emo kid, loved listening to rock music and R&B and hip-hop. I was a hip-hop head, so like any type of music that I pretty much like, I don't discriminate, so I incorporate that in my music. As far as describing my music, I would say it's more of like an electric hip-hop, fun type music, but at the same time I like to have message in my music. So everything that you hear, even if it's a party song that ain't talking about nothing, I'm literally gonna have like one line in there that says something like real. So I'm just, Lauryn Hill is the reason why I started writing.
Okay.
So I wanted to say something the way she says something. I feel like if you have a voice and you have a microphone and people are listening, say something important every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Throw it in there a little bit.
Hit a couple lines in there.
Well, that's dope, because you got to have a message in your music for sure.
Yeah, well, for me, I have to. It's just something that's embedded in me now. I don't tax anybody who doesn't do that. Like I don't ever like, oh, this person
no
should
judgment,
be here.
no judgment zone. Yeah.
Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to wear, whatever you want to talk about, I support, because being in the music industry isn't easy at all, no matter what type of music you do. So
that's correct. I agree. All right. Well, tell us a little bit about, you just got signed.
Yeah, girl.
Loud Muzik.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that. How did that go?
Well, I approached Derek. My friend wanted to invest in me in my music career. He's like, I love your drive. I love what you do. So what can I do to help? And he mentioned investment. Then I did a couple shows with Loud Muzik. I did one at Green Room Warehouse Live. I think it's called the Green Room. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I did another show at Heights Vinyl. And Stay So was the one that kind of like pretty much like he kind of introduced me to Derek to be a part of Loud Muzik, because I approached Derek on a business deal. I was like, hey, I have this person who wants to invest in me. Would you be willing to manage me and like help me put where them? I don't really want to focus on the business aspect. I just want to focus on the music. And he was like, okay, let me just think about it. And then 2 weeks later, he called me. He said, so, do you want to be a part of Loud Muzik and be on the label, or do you want us to manage you? And I was like, okay, I want to be a part of whichever you got going on over there. 'Cause listen,
which one you want?
It's hard out here for a pimp, okay? So, it's been a lot different. I've been a self-sufficient artist since the beginning. Even when I was in the singing group in high school, I was the one pretty much writing all the songs, doing the choreo. I was always the one who was too serious about everything. Like I was just like, we need to rehearse all the time, we need to do this, we need to do that. Like I was the Joe Jackson of the group. Come on, y'all. I was Galleria from the Cheetah Girls, okay? I was serious. And so being a part of a team, and now like getting ideas from them and backdooring off the things that I do, it's a little weird for me. It's a growing progress. I'm not gonna say it was easy to let go of some of the control, because I'm a control freak. Every little thing I do, I have to feel like I'm in control of it. Like the outfits, the hair, like I look crazy, but it's the method to the madness of why I look like what I look like. So and there's always a message behind everything I do.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was very important what you just said, because a lot of people, have this idea of what they think being signed to a label means, and they don't understand that you have to give up some of that creative power. Which is hard to do when you're creative, right?
It definitely is, because Derek sees things from a business aspect, and I see things from a creative aspect, and I had to learn how to put the two together. Yeah. Because at first I was like, no, I'm doing this, I want to do this, I don't want to do that. He's like, well, why? Like, business-wise, this makes more sense. Yeah. You can still do this, but I need you to do this too.
Right. Or do it this way.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
There's a little tweak to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because he doesn't really control the music I make, what I wear. It's more so, like, I can literally do what I want as far as, like, looks and music. But as far as what we put out, it's kind of like, I want to put everything down. You can't put everything out. Right. You have to grow. You gotta let your audience grow with you. Yeah. I'm like, why? I just want to put everything out because I think it's dope. So there's always a method to the madness, and I'm actually very grateful that he is showing me the different side of the music industry. Yeah. The business side. I never really took the time to study the business side. I always studied the creative side. So I was big on rehearsing, tuning your instrument, and dance lessons, and like I was all about the art, and I never really paid attention to the business. And so when I got with the label, I was like, oh, this is a whole nother world. It's 99% business, 1% creative. Hard pill to swallow for me. Okay.
She is speaking the truth. And I just want to say, like, once again, congratulations on getting signed, because that's
thank you.
If nobody's told you, congratulations.
Thank you, beautiful, and I love your nails. Purple.
They actually are purple. Purple girls are purple.
Yes, girl. I was like, ooh, I love her nails.
So let's talk about, since we're talking about advice, so let's talk about Like, what would be your best advice that you would give to someone, maybe a young girl who's trying to get into business, or even just, celebrity? They say celebrity advice, but who knows what that means? What advice would you give?
Honestly, my biggest advice for any woman or young woman who wants to be in the music industry is it's safety first.
Period.
Always have someone with you, whether it's another woman or another guy or a cousin, a sister, brother, wherever you're going, always have someone with you, because there's a lot of things that could take place in this music industry, unfortunately, and anywhere, honestly, like anywhere in life and anything that you do, always try to have somebody with you, especially pursuing something in the art world. So that's my biggest advice I would give to them, and stay true to who you are. I know it's hard. There's a lot of things going on and a lot of things that's popping off and that's on the charts, and you feel like you have to do that, and I feel like that sometimes I'm like, damn, maybe I should make a song like this in order to get to the next level, but it's not really who I am. So I just want to stay true to the quirky, weird girl who just likes to do weird stuff with her outfits and her hair.
Well, that's what makes you you. A lot of people, I own an agency, so the advice that you're giving, she's 100% like on point with that, because it's very important to take care of yourself and to express yourself, and be true to yourself, because that's what makes you unique.
Yeah.
So let's talk about hidden talents.
Hidden talent.
What hidden talent do you have that we would be surprised that you have?
Actually, I don't really think this is a surprise, but I guess when people see me, they're like, what? I play volleyball and basketball, like hard, like a boy. You wouldn't even think like I would be out on the court arguing with everybody. Like, what you mean? That wasn't a 3.
Oh, she's competitive.
Yes, very competitive. Number 3 is my number.
Okay.
So I played volleyball and basketball and track growing up. I was heavy in sports. That's actually what I wanted to pursue first. And then when I found music, I was actually too shy to go on stage and like show people that I can sing, that I can write songs. My first time stepping on stage at 15, I was like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
But I didn't let go of sports until after high school, because sports was just something that helped shape my character. All of my coaches helped build my character and show like how to hold yourself up to a young lady. You can't win every game, although I think you should. But it's life happens. I'm very competitive.
Yes.
I hate losing.
Yes, I'm competitive too. But we got that in common for sure.
What's your sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
I'm an Aries girl. Yeah, we crazy.
Yes. So I was gonna tell you, earlier you asked me, how you know me, right? So it was probably about 6 years ago, and you did it was a photo shoot, and I actually was there at the photo shoot. And it's been a little while, so I know that you in the modeling game and all up in there. So tell us about that. I know you do a lot of high fashion stuff as well. So just tell us about your modeling and what you got going on with that.
I started modeling when I went to college, and I ran into this guy named Message. Everybody knows, if you went to PV, everybody knows who Message is. So I was just like walking one day, and I was pretty much by myself because I was a weird kid at PV. And I was walking when I think I had shorts on and it's a weird retro kind of outfit on, and he was like, I think they had like a model show that they were doing. I didn't really pay attention to that. I was like, I just want to sing. I want to do the contest shows or whatever. He saw me walking. He was like, you model? I said, no, not really. I thought about it because I was super skinny growing up, but I never got tall enough. I was approached by 3 modeling agencies when I was in high school, but I wasn't 5'9", so they didn't want to take me. I was like, well, no, I've been approached before because I apparently have the look, but I'm not tall enough. He was like, well, you gonna walk in my show because you got Tina Turner legs. I was like, okay.
Them some legs right there. Everybody want them. Come on.
Yes. And I was like, okay. And then the first show that I did, I don't know, I was just like, pretend like you're Naomi Campbell, and I just loved everything about modeling. So I've been freelancing for a while, and then I just got signed to Nia Hamill. So I just did an audition for a runway show, and they loved me, so I can't wait for that show.
And where's that show gonna be?
Here in Houston.
Awesome. Okay, awesome. Well, let us know when you're doing that.
Yes, girl.
Tune in, because I might be there.
I have my afro. I love, like, when I'm modeling, I have my afro. I love my natural hair.
Yeah.
It's a lot to do with, but I do love everything about it. So if you see me modeling, you'll probably have my look. How to the people, afro girl.
Awesome. Well, last but not least, let's talk about your new single that you have out, Hood Rat Shit, right?
Period.
So tell us, how did you come up with that concept, and what is like your motivation behind that whole record?
That record is a double entendre. It is my Hey Y'all, my attempt to do an Hey Y'all effect. A lot of people don't know the Hey Y'all from Outkast is a sad song. It's a very sad song. Mm-hmm. But how he presented it, you wouldn't think so. Right. So Hood Rat Shit is pretty much doing the same thing. How I came up with the concept. Me and my friend from Detroit, we were just on FaceTime like every day, like thinking of different records. We were doing songs together. He's from Detroit and I'm from Houston, so we approach music differently. Mm-hmm. And just kind of getting his creative juice to incorporate what I do. And they own a lot of hood rat shit in Detroit. They do a lot of hood stuff out there. Mm-hmm. So that kind of
I'm from the Midwest, so I know.
Yeah, they hood. They in the studio with the guns and everything. They just. So he was just telling me like about growing up in Detroit, and I was like, I think that's really dope how black people have a lot in common no matter where we grow up, because everywhere you go there's a hood. Yeah. You know, and so I was like, okay, that's definitely something I want to put in a song maybe one day. It's just I just kind of noted it. Mm-hmm. And then he sent me some beats, and I heard the "Joo Joo Joo," and it reminded me of Beyonce's "Flawless." So I think that's the song, and I love Beyonce. But I was like, ooh, I love this track. I want to.
Who don't love Beyonce?
I mean, if you don't, you're just like, gang. Yeah. But yeah,
real talk.
I just, even if you don't love her music, you definitely would just love her.
I mean, just her style. Just, I mean, who she is as a person, you can't hate on it. You
definitely
can't hate on it. Don't be a hater
at all. And so I heard the song, and the first thing I thought of was that little boy from that. I don't know if you remember, but he was like a little kid who got in trouble for joyriding. It was like years ago, 10, 12 years ago, and he was like, I just want to do hood rat stuff with my friends.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yes.
And so I put that in the song, and then I wrote, I'm back on my bullshit. Hey, I'm back on my bullshit. I want to do hood rat shit with my. I just kind of wanted to, I wanted to grasp the aesthetic of black people in the hood, and I wanted to change how people saw us. Okay. Because there's a lot of things that we do in the hood that we get called ghetto or hood or just crazy stuff, but then it turns out to be high fashion next year. Yeah. Like, what do you mean we've been doing this and you're not giving us credit for anything? So that's something that I wanted to implement in the song. Like, we are beautiful no matter if we outside with a bonnet on, with rollers in our hair. Because honestly,
you do look cute in the rollers. You do look cute in the rollers.
Don't boast my head up. Don't boast my head, because I'm a... You look 360.
Yes.
But, so I just kind of wanted to... We're beautiful the way we are, no matter what. And I was talking to my manager, Mayoshi, about this. I was like, I don't know why people are so pressed about bonnets. Like, we be outside in cute matching pajama outfits with the bonnet that matches. It's not like we just look crazy. We still look fly, no matter what we got on. Right. And so I definitely want to implement that in my song, Hood Rat Shit. Just showing us in a more beautiful light and saying, like, hey, everything that we do, black culture in the U.S. is worldwide. Period. Whether people want to believe it or not,
those are facts.
Everybody's inspired by our culture, and it's just like we need to get the credit for it.
Absolutely.
And that's basically where Hood Rat Shit came from.
Man, I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, totally. Don't y'all want to know where you get her music from? Like, tell everybody how we get Hood Rat Shit.
Yes.
What we got to do.
You can download it. Download it, stream it, buy it. It's only 99 cents. I know you got 99 cents.
Come on now.
On iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, anywhere that you can type in music, Amazon Music, everywhere you can just go download, buy 99 cents, and support. Please support me, because we got to get Hood Rat Shit up to 100,000 streams on all platforms so I can release my project, A Purple Girl in a Purple World. Girl, that's just a taste.
Yes.
Okay, Hood Rat Shit is just a taste of what we got going on with the Purple Girl in a Purple World, and I'm super, super excited about this project. I was pushed creatively by Derek to just show who I really am. So before this project, I'm a heavy 90s R&B chick, like Aaliyah, TLC, that's the type of music that I pretty much did. And so he was like, okay, so you're a dope writer and everything, but the way you dress and like your charismatic character, I don't hear that or see that in your music. I don't get that from your music. So I'm going to challenge you to show me who you are in your music. And so that's when I came up with Hood Rat Shit and the songs that I created for A Purple Girl in a Purple World. They mean the world to me because it's a page from my diary. I'm sorry, I'm long-winded.
No, you're good. You're talking about your bit. Let's do it. That's what we asked you.
I just want people to get really excited about it. A Purple Girl in a Purple World is definitely a page from my diary, and I feel like a lot of women, especially little black girls and black women, could definitely relate to everything that I'm talking about. Even men. A lot of men actually love Hood Rat Shit. So,
yes, they do.
so it's really, really dope to see it be well received. It's definitely a blessing for sure.
Well, it's definitely beautiful to see where you are right now in this creative space of doing new things. And we're just excited to see what you have coming out in your EP. And you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is A1HipHop. I'm Chasidy, and this is Skyrah Bliss. And thank y'all for tuning in.
Last two Ninja Turtles.
Oh, wait a minute, I remember this game.
See? Throwback. You know what I'm saying?
I used to play this shit all the time with my brother. Used to make me. That's so funny.
Now, this is a throwback for real.
Wait a minute, I'm jumping so much. Okay, there we go. Hurry.
Let's go.
Man, I remember this.
Brings back memories.